welcome you to another exciting Roland's Recap. We're here in the home, again in Princeton, Texas, of Joby and Virginia Gaytan. It gives me a lot of pleasure here to sit here and see a young lady here who just loves boxing by proxy. And I say that because I see at the other end the man who really loves it. While he is a cornerstone of what brings the biggest joy and thrill to my heart, I tell you, he has to be kept up by someone too. That what I see right here as I turn and I look at you, Virginia, and I look at you, Joby, is I see my mother and father. We've already talked about this briefly, and that is my dad had such a passion for boxing. We boxed in the backyard, you know, wherever we could, and my dad made sure that I was in the ring and that all the kids in the neighborhood were in the ring. Well, it goes a little bit deeper than that. Ladies and gentlemen, as we're sitting here talking about it, who takes the brunt of all of that? Well, you know what? These eyes here got to see what happened. While my dad had between 20 and 30 boxers, there was one thing that my father always did, Joby. He always showed the kids recognition at the end of the boxing season that we had back then. It would literally stop. And what my dad would always do, he would give them something. Whether it was a windbreaker, jacket. And then I look at you, Virginia. You see the passion that this man has. I had to drag him out of the boxing gym tonight. You know that? Mm-hmm. And here you are with the babies right here, taking care of them, letting this man live out his passion. Let me ask you, what goes through your mind when Joby, it's not that you question where he's going, but I'm talking about the time deprivation of family life. I mean, how do you handle that?
It's been a challenge, but I know his passion, and we communicate with each other. You know, I let him know when it's time to come home, spend a little time here, and then I'll let him go back to the gym.
Wow, hey, I like that. I like what you did. I let him know when it's time for him to come home, and I'm pretty sure he has some pretty good ears. When does he know that certain tone in your voice whenever you know, oh, I need to get home? Mm-hmm. Do you, Joby? You hear that voice every night, that tone?
I hear it in the phone ring.
You hear it in the phone ring. Well, I tell you what, one of the challenges I know you had for about 2 or 3 years, you had the gym here at the house, correct?
Yes.
Tell me, how did you cope with that?
People ask me that a lot. I didn't mind giving up the space. I mean, it was for my husband. It was for the cause that he wanted, and it's, you know, about achieving dreams and goals in life. And that's what we discussed before we even got married, was our goals in life. So.
Wow. Well, I tell you what, just saying that, there's going to be a lot of rubies in your crown come heaven day. You know that? Because let me tell you, that is a gift. And what I'll say this, I said this to Sean when we were coming up here. You've earned more than any title. You've earned more than any, you know what you've earned? You've earned the respect of others. Can't put a price tag on that. And I want to tell you, you followed right in suit. You know, y'all were heaven made. I can already see this. There was apparently something in the stars beyond that, God's hand itself, in making this happen. You know, the thing is what I want to ask you, Virginia, what has been the biggest challenge in that? Is it maybe him overextending himself, maybe going to a pro show? Because, you know, us boxing fanatics here, I want to be honest with you. I'm single. I want boxing. I want amateur boxing Saturday morning, then a pro fight Saturday night. And then I want to come back Sunday after church and take another amateur show. Have you ever seen him do that?
Oh, yeah. Struggles with, you know, his physical stuff. I mean, he works a full-time job.
Oh, that's right. Okay, tell me about it.
He comes home and then we eat dinner. We try to eat dinner, and then he'll run off to the boxing gym and then come back, and he's watching a show and he'll fall asleep in the chair. So, you know, I know it takes a toll on him, but at the same time, it's what drives him. So
that's what you only call what a mate can know. Let me ask you a question right here, Joby. With all that you already probably know, I don't think any of this is new. What can you tell her right now in front of all these people? what you appreciate? I mean, what are your thoughts right now, what she has just said in her support for you?
Well, I'm very thankful that she supports me, and I love her with all my heart. I appreciate everything that she does, and all her wisdom and advice. And she's a fantastic mother.
And a beautiful wife.
Beautiful wife, yes.
Oh, man.
Yes, sir.
Now, tell me, how long y'all been married?
I'll let her answer.
How long y'all been married?
8 years.
8 years. And it's been 8 years of blissful marriage with boxing, right? The whole boxing scene. So you knew that when you got involved.
Oh, I knew that.
Well, I tell you what, you know, one of the things that I see, and I know it probably at some point, you also probably saw some financial stretchiness of the billfold of the household here, probably taking its toll in him trying to keep the game alive. Is that not correct? How did you handle that? How did y'all discuss that?
Well, I mean, it's just part of communicating and understanding each other. I mean,
Well, I tell
we
you what.
made sacrifices, but we do it for each other. So.
Who's this beautiful little girl that just stepped in?
Sophia.
Sophia,
She's
you're
our
so
youngest.
cute. You want to say hi to everybody out there? Say hi. She said hi. Well, I tell you what, you know, I know that sometimes the money can be the actual demise of a marriage, and it seems like y'all have kept everything open. The only reason I wanted to get the wife involved here, I'm going to tell you, Virginia, is because behind the cornerstone is a true cornerstone. And I want to thank you so much for what you've done here to support him, for him to support my addiction to boxing. He does it all the time. I know I had the good fortune of meeting you about 2 years ago, I think, at Barney's tournament. And at least we started to know each other then. But I knew at that point that things were real special. You know, this right here has been a very, very special Roland's Recap. As you see the family here, and you see the involvement of what it takes to make sure that we have the warriors, the boxers, the kids out here making this fight game continue. It's not a matter of fight of another person, it's a matter of fight of life. And that's what Joby has taken on, the crusade, to not only prepare these people, these young people, for the challenges of life, whether it's physical, whether it's mental, or whether it's special. As we close another session of Roland's Recap, stay tuned for the love of this sports commentators next session of Roland's Recap. Until then.